Right, we have a caller joining us. We have Prabhuraj who joins us from the United Minorities Forum. Yes, Prabhuraj, what do you have to say? Prabhuraj, if you can hear us, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Prabhuraj, tell us, what do you have to say?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I met you in Ashirwad last week.
Yes, you met me, yeah.
Hello.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Prabhuraj.
I met you in Ashirwad. Last week we had a meeting with Manohar.
Yes,
Manohar.
Yeah, we met, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's really, I'm very happy that what you are doing now, what you are supporting now, that's the thing. No, even Bible says that the thing is, they are the great person. They are the holiest person. No, Bible says.
Right.
Now the Supreme Court has given a verdict.
Right.
That is true. Bible clearly mentions that actually the first person to take Christianity to Ethiopia is a hijrah. Unit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. So clearly our traditions and customs have not been the hindrance in this particular case.
No,
it is
not really.
the British's archaic laws. For we are more forward than they are. If we that is quite opposed to what the general tendency is to believe. Well, thank you, Prabhuraj, for talking to us and sharing your thoughts with us. Well, Ms. Nisha, I'll come to you now. What kind of a change would you like to see in your life now?
Really, from last years, from 90s, we are facing so many discrimination from society, family, and police, not only private sectors, in health sector also. We are go to doctor, somebody saying you are a hijra, please go there. I will told to nurse. They are give to injection, like that. So many discrimination we are facing. Now we have so many hopes. Really, society is accepting me. We need individual transformation from society. We need. I think in future, so family is also accepting us, neighbors, in school days. In our education is also continuing in our community. We have very hope.
Okay, you're very hopeful now.
Yeah.
Well, for the benefit of our viewers, since we are looking into this particular aspect of educating the public more than the support of the law in this particular instance, can you just tell both Ms. Akai and Mr. Manohar, if you can just tell our viewers the difference between transgender, transsexual, homosexuals and bisexuals?
Okay, see, if you are born physically male, the society expects you to become a boy and a man. And if you are born physically a female, the society expects you to become a girl and a woman later. Some people, they feel differently. They have not chosen it. Nobody chooses to be transgender. And they experience the gender very differently from what society expects them of. So some people, if I am born a boy, some people want to become completely like a girl and completely go for sex change, like Akai and like Nisha. Some people don't want to go all that way. Some people are okay with their body, but once in a while they will dress like a girl, they'll talk like a girl, whatever. All these people are called transgenders, but those who want to go for a surgery, completely change themselves, are called transsexuals. And today there is a medical procedures to assess people, and then they are given permission to go for sex change. In fact, Srikanth and Akai, both of them were given that certification by NIMHANS to go for surgery. They are one of the first 4 people in NIMHANS to get the certificates. And in the same way, some other people who are born as physically as a female want to become boys. Some of them want to change their sex, like Srikanth. You know, and those who want to go for sex change, whom we can say 100% transgender, just to understand, easy example, they are called transsexuals. So transsexuals become a small part of transgender umbrella, and those who are born a male and want to become female, they are called M to F transgenders. Those who are born female want to become men are called F to M transgenders. And we have a lot of cultures, traditions which always accepted transgenders. Like if you come to Hijra community, it's a syncretic culture. Both Islamic and Hindu practices they practice. There's one very well known community, transgender community, across South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all these places. We also have Jogapas in North Karnataka, which is part of our Devadasi Yellama traditions. If you go to Andhra, you have Shivashaktis. If you go to Tamil Nadu, you have Aravanis and those. And there are different cultures worldwide, traditionally accepted transgenders. And that's why we have all these things, but basically everybody comes under one umbrella of transgender.
Okay. So, and you are very different, very, very different from homosexuals.
Yes.
You're a lot of,
Transgenders are very different from homosexuals. Transgenders, can be homosexual, they can be bisexual, they can be heterosexual. The gender is very different from sexual orientation. Gender is about how do I see myself gender-wise.
Right.
Sexual orientation is about, what is the gender of my partner.
Right.
Gender is about my gender. My sexuality is about my partner's gender.
Right. That's the biggest difference there. Well, we have a caller joining us. We have Prasanna Kumar who joins us from JP Nagar. Yes, Prasanna Kumar, what do you have to say? Prasanna Kumar, if you can hear us, can you please go ahead? Prasanna Kumar, are you still with us on the phone line? Well, we seem to have lost him. We will we will take all your thoughts as well. Do share your views with News9. And we have another caller joining us. We have Arundhati who joins us on the phone line from Yelahanka. Yes, Arundhati, what do you have to say?
Hello.
Arundhati, can you mute your television set before speaking
Yeah, I
to
want
us?
to be. Hello.
Can you mute your television set, please?
Yeah, I'm hearing now. Good
Yes,
afternoon,
please do.
everybody. I saw the judgment yesterday, and I'm very happy to see that. I'm very happy, and I wanted to congratulate all my community. And it is the first step. Legally we came out, and we can live in this society without any discrimination hereafter. I think so. And thanks. Emma, she's doing such a lot of things for us, for our community, and I wanted to congratulate she and Mohan to everybody. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ms. Arundhati, for speaking to us. Well, she was another transgender, is that right? Yes. Thanking you for the kind of support that you all have been lending the community. Also, considering that this is just the first step that we're looking at, it is a long way to go. Where would you like for it to start? Of course, you've mentioned that it is the schools where you would like to address the little children, but of course, a lot depends on what the children are taught by their parents, and a lot depends on what is being taught, retaught to the parents rather. So how exactly do you plan to go by addressing this issue?
One
Will you
is
go
families. One is what can you do inside families and society. That is more of a public education, which the government should take the lead and take all of our help to do that. Second thing is, because
so you don't plan to do anything
we'll also
as a
do.
private?
Let government give us funds and support, TV space, everything. We'll do that. Because government has to back it. It's important because government has a lot of resources and they had to put the resources there. That's very important. At the same time, people have suffered for such a long time. So very urgently we need education, skill development, jobs. Employment is very important, and housing. This four has to be addressed very quickly. Employment, housing, and education.
So those transgenders who are not with their family members at the moment, who don't have fixed jobs, so how exactly is their life? What exactly are they doing
Begging,
to sustain?
sex work every day, and getting insulted on the street. And often when you go for begging and sex work, you drink and go because you're mistreated. People put their hands on your body and you're seen as a sex object, So that's why many people are rough and rude on the street. We don't realize what they go through to become rough like that. Like many people don't venture onto the road to do sex work without having some alcohol.
Right.
That itself should indicate, what they're going through. I hope that will change very quickly. And I want media particularly to join hands so that actually all of us together, the media and the civil society, we force our governments to act and watch them on every month basis about what they're doing. Then things will change.
So how exactly do you plan to watch it?
Of course, very quickly we are calling a meeting, statewide and nationwide. We'll get a pressure group going, all of us. Let us make sure that the government does its duty. Now that Supreme Court has given us a very strong verdict, let us monitor the state.
Right. We have the last few callers of the day. We'll quickly take them. We have Prasanna Kumar joining us from JP Nagar. Yes, Prasanna Kumar, what do you have to say? Prasanna Kumar, if you can hear us, can you please go ahead and share your thoughts?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good
See,
afternoon.
I'm very happy with the long-felt need having been fulfilled.
Right.
Pardon?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, you see, I'm very happy with the judgment of the Supreme Court. It fulfills a long-felt need of a third gender who were penalized for no fault of theirs.
Right.
The society were looking down upon them. But however, I also find that they also should wish to lead a respectable life. When you stop a vehicle in the signal light, you can see the people coming and begging. I don't think they need to beg. They have so many avenues. In fact, recently I read an article where a transgender is running a hotel on the roadside very successfully, and people are actually going to that hotel because of the kind of service they're providing. So there are a lot of avenues for the people to have self-respect. So the first and foremost, in the light of this judgment, I personally feel transgenders also should wish to come out of the shell that they were in. See, they had a sort of an inferiority complex. Now the complex can go, and people should come out and lead a very respectable and a life of equality.
Right.
So that is
Absolutely.
personally what I felt. The transgenders also should have a change of attitude.
Right,
But
absolutely,
there
Mr. Prasanna Kumar. It is from both ends that we should see change from the society as well as from the community itself. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. We have the last caller for the day. We have Carolyn joining us from Shanti Nagar. Yes, Carolyn, what do you have to say?
Well, this verdict has indeed come in good time, but I think what we need to focus more on is creating adequate amounts of employment for these people and knowing the kind of problem there is in the society with normal people itself getting, and there is so much ostracization of these people that this is definitely going to be quite a challenge for the society on the whole to be able to accept the third gender, but indeed quite a commendable move there where we can finally walk arm in arm without feeling like this is another part of the society which has so far been shunned.
Right, absolutely. Thank you, Carolyn, for joining us and sharing your thoughts with us. Well, there we have it, a lot of encouraging words coming in from our callers, and the Supreme Court, a major boost for your agitation. We sure hope that we see the kind of change in the society that we hope to see. Thank you so much for joining us in our studios today. With that, it's a wrap on this special broadcast. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned.